afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are Navy Band Southeast, and our performance will begin in just a few moments. Thank you so much for being here with us this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. Once again, we are Navy Band Southeast, and we are thrilled to be performing here at the Florida State Fair. I am musician third class Bernadette Rocks, and I will be your narrator and vocalist today. On behalf of the director of Navy Band Southeast, Lieutenant Nicholas Nadal, I invite you to sit back as we perform an exciting patriotic program. The march you just heard was Orange Bowl, written by Henry Fillmore, a longtime resident of Miami, Florida. Now please rise and remove all covers if you're able, and as we perform our national anthem. The selection you just heard was Fairest of the Fair, one of the most beloved and widely performed marches composed by John Philip Sousa, an American composer and conductor known as the March King. Sousa composed the march in 1908 for the annual Boston Food Fair, a popular event at the time. He was inspired by a vision of a beautiful woman he saw at the fair, which led him to create a march that captures the elegance and charm of this Fairest of the Fair. Our next selection is the Klaxon. It was composed in 1929 by Henry Fillmore and published the next year. The march, subtitled March of the Automobiles, was written for the Cincinnati Automobile Show, which began at the Music Hall in January 1930. Fillmore also invented a new instrument for the occasion called a klaxophone. It consisted of 12 automobile horns mounted on a table and powered by an automobile battery. Now keep your ears open for what might sound like an automobile horn. If you wouldn't mind giving us a follow on Facebook and Instagram at Navy Band Southeast. And if you do decide to post those, we would greatly appreciate a tag. You can just use at Navy Band Southeast. Thank you. Now, the march you just heard was Semper Fidelis, composed by John Philip Sousa in 1886. It is one of the most famous military marches and has been officially recognized as the March of the United States Marine Corps. The title Semper Fidelis translates to Always Faithful, which is the motto of the Marine Corps, symbolizing their unwavering loyalty and dedication. Now, our next selection, The Governor's Own, is a march composed by Alton Augustus Adams Sr. Adams was born on November 4th, 1889, in the Virgin Islands, and developed a passion for music from a young age. He formed the Adams Juvenile Band, which gained worldwide recognition and was inducted into the U.S. Navy in 1917. Chief musician Alton Adams served in World War I and World War II and made several concert tours of the United States with his band, including performances at the White House. Adams composed The Governor's Own in 1921 to honor Admiral Joseph Wallace Oman, Naval Governor of the Virgin Islands from 1919 to 1921. The piece is characterized by its energetic and patriotic melodies, reminiscent of the style of John Philip Sousa, whom Adams greatly admired. Please enjoy The Governor's Own. Often referred to as the Trombone King. Fillmore was a prolific composer of marches and other band music, and his works are known for their energetic and catchy melodies. Henry Fillmore was born in Cincinnati, Ohio in 1881. He grew up and enjoyed a long career there. In 1938, heart problems forced Fillmore to give up his career, and he moved to Miami, where he intended to retire. But the sun and the heat made him forget his illness, and he began to assist with the University of Miami Band, judge music festivals, and guest conduct all over the United States. Before his passing in 1956, Fillmore willed the bulk of his estate and his ever-continuing royalties to the University of Miami. Composed in the early 20th century, Miami March captures the vibrant and dynamic spirit of Miami, reflecting the city's lively atmosphere. Please enjoy Miami.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you for joining us today. It is our honor to bring your United States Navy to this incredible event and share just a little piece of history with you. This fair has been running since 1904, and this is the first time the Navy Band has performed at the Florida State Fair. Round of applause, yes please. Along with that, the Navy celebrates 250 years of naval service to this great nation. Good job. I hear you. Now, like many of you, service is extremely important to me. It's given me an opportunity to give back to my nation and to work alongside the incredible men and women that you see on stage today. To celebrate the beauty and pride of the United States, we'd like to perform This Is My Country. This patriotic song, written by Al Jacobs and Don Ray in 1940, was originally intended to be a patriotic anthem during World War II. Its lyrics express a deep love of country and a sense of belonging and pride in being an American. We hope you enjoy This Is My Country.
The selection you just heard was National Emblem March, composed by Edwin Eugene Bagley in 1902. This march has become a staple in patriotic performances and military band concerts. Bagley, a cornet player and bandmaster, was inspired to create a piece that would reflect the pride and spirit of the United States. Its stirring melodies and dynamic rhythms capture the essence of the American spirit, making it a timeless classic in the repertoire of American marches. America is a maritime nation. For 250 years, America's war-fighting Navy has sailed the globe in defense of freedom. America's Navy has promoted prosperity and security, deterred aggression, and protected the American way of life for 250 years. 90% of commerce travels through the seas that we have protected for all this time. Today and every day, nearly 100 ships and submarines are underway or deployed, and the world's most advanced naval aircraft are patrolling the skies worldwide. Being there matters. America's Navy is flying, sailing, and operating everywhere international law allows, so everyone else can too. We'd like to thank all the sailors, past and present, who chose service to our Navy and to this great nation. Oh, beautiful Once again, thank you to our hosts. We are so glad to be here at the Florida State Fair, and thank you to all of you for taking your time to enjoy our show. Now please have a safe journey home and enjoy the rest of the fair.